How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about President Donald Trump being totally banned from Twitter. This is not one of those, oh, they're going to ban him for 12 hours and then bring him back. Nor is it a thing where if he goes back and deletes the quote unquote problematic tweet, they'll let him back. This is not that. They've totally banned him from the platform, basically forever. And they put a statement out, Twitter that is, and I'll place that on the screen before you, also in the description box below. Basically, they're saying, hey, his tweets are too problematic and there's too much of a risk for violence and for further incitement of violence. Therefore, we're going to ban him from the platform totally. That's what they're saying in their statement. And I can't say I'm surprised, not in the least bit. All right. Nor can I say I'm surprised that Facebook has banned him, at least until the end of his term. But since Twitter went ahead and banned him permanently after Facebook did a temporary ban, Facebook will probably ban them permanently as well, because that's how big tech operates. When one big dog does something against somebody, they basically become persona non grata. They become unpersoned and deplatformed totally. That's what happened to Alex Jones. When one place banned him, then everybody banned him. That's how it is. All right. So not only has Trump been banned from Twitter permanently, from Facebook for now, also Shopify banned him. The real Donald Trump store, where the MAGA hats and all that kind of good stuff gets sold, that's off the internet right now. If you try to go to it, the shop.donaldjtrump.com, that's gone, because Shopify was a third party that hosted it. All right. PayPal has also banned certain accounts that get money from that store or from other related stores. All right. Not only has Trump been banned from Facebook, Twitter, Shopify, PayPal, and other places probably coming up, anybody that's kind of affiliated with Trump are kind of feeling the heat on Twitter. A lot of accounts I know, people are getting banned left and right and restricted and put on notice and stuff like that. Parler is on the chopping block as well, because you had guys over there that were organizing the quote unquote siege on the Capitol. And you also have that moron Lynn Wood talking about attacking Mike Pence, which you cannot do. I mean, you're talking about the sitting vice president. You're going to attack him? Are you stupid? So they've been removed from Google Play, which means you can't go on your Android device and download it from the Google Play Store. And they have an ultimatum from Apple's App Store to tighten up, meaning censor, or they're going to block him as well. And they probably might block him anyway, because Google already did it. Like I said, a lot of these tech giants, they pretty much fall in line with whatever the other tech giant does. The walkaway movement got banned on Facebook. I'm talking about the entire thing. The Facebook page, which is like 500,000 or more strong, got banned. The leader of it, Brandon Strout, he got banned. Even those that are just not even employees, like 1099 guys of the walkaway movement, got banned. Videographers, photographers. If you know, like I know, when it comes to, that type of work, 1099 gig work, you're not necessarily an employee of one company. You do work for Walkaway, and then you might do a wedding, and you do all those different things. Well, since they banned the person's entire account, not just to Walkaway, but videographers and photographers' entire account, then they can't work anymore, because their way to communicate with their clientele has been taken away, all because of their affiliation with Walkaway, because of their affiliation with Trump and the Capitol March. All right. This all centers around the Capitol March. And I've been saying it for a long time. I put a video out speaking about this, and I said this would happen. I said, hey, if you were out there on the Capitol, congratulations. You are the reason why we will be further marginalized and restricted and censored on the internet. And here we are. Here we are. I called it. I'm not trying to be like bragging about it. I wish we were not here right now. I wish we were not being banned and being taken off, but this was easily predictable, because we know that Facebook, Twitter, etc. don't really want us there. They don't want our voices there, because we're changing hearts and changing minds. So we're already on thin ice. They were already trying to like nip around the edges and do little shadow banning, funny business, and, ban smaller accounts and prevent you from growing, taking subscribers away. We know they were doing that. And the whole time, what did they say? Oh, the right, they're Nazis, they're racist, they're hateful, all this and that. Meanwhile, they have a really hard time being able to prove that, because Anytime it's a Trump rally or a walkaway rally, it's always a love fest, okay? I've been to several of these rallies all over the country, and it's always love. It's always good. Always. There's never any kind of problems, never any kind of violence. So they have a hard time proving that. But then when we give them the gift of the Capitol situation, where not one, not two, but 5 people died, when we give them that, then that's all they need. They were wanting to do it anyway. They were nipping around the edges, doing little stuff here and there. But this gives them the key to just take anybody and everybody because they're even affiliated with Donald Trump or the right in general. Okay. That's what's going on now. All right. Now, I'm not saying that the left is better than the right. Don't get that twisted. But see, here's the problem. The right does not have the institutions that the left has. The left has mainstream media, academia, corporate America, the government, because people on the left in politics encourage violence. AOC, Maxine Waters. When you see them at a gas station, surround them, pull up on them. People like Kamala Harris retweeting the fund to get people out of jail that got locked up at a protest. Talking about, oh, we need more protests. We need more of these things. We need more, more, more. I believe in Black Lives Matter. I believe in all this and that. Okay. So they support it. They have all that support on their side. So when they go out there and they tear cities down, when they burn cities down, when they shoot and kill little kids or whatever the case may be, it's not really a big deal because all of what I said before and a lot of the general public believe in their righteous indignation. They believe in their core tenets and values of, well, Black Lives Matter. I'm marching for the plight of the poor black man and the disabled woman and the LGBTQ and trans lives matter and all this and that. Okay. They believe in that stuff. People that got the pronouns in the bio, they all believe in what they are doing and they got all the support in the world from all different angles of the country, places in power that really matter. But we don't have that. We don't have the government. There's nobody on the right in the GOP that's going to support going to the Capitol and having 5 people end up dead. Nobody supports that. The left might support it if it's what they wanted to fight for because they stormed the Capitol before as well. They got all these rights around the country, but we don't support that because we're not the ones that engage in that. We're not the left. We're not the violent people. We're not the angry people. We're not them. So you're not going to have support from the government. Corporate America obviously does not support it. We see what happened with Donald Trump. If they're knocking off, if they have taken away support from the president, what are they going to do to you? Speaking about corporate America and social media, mainstream media was against the president from the beginning with no evidence of any kind of violence or corruption or anything of the sort. Now they got the Capitol and they can try to blame that on him. And that's all they need. They were looking for a thing like that, and we handed it to them gift wrapped. Okay. So there's going to be more of this kind of stuff, of this kind of censoring. And like I said before, if you were out there at the Capitol, or if you want to egg this on and be like, oh, that's a great thing, 1776, well, congratulations. You are part of the reason why we have taken a lot of steps back. We were gaining ground. You know, a lot of us it was more of us coming on the platforms and, you know, we're not really being so heavily censored. It was there a little bit, but it was so many of us, it's kind of hard to stamp it out. When there's one guy by himself, you know, screeching into the wilderness, it's easy to silence his voice. But when there's a whole bunch of us, you can't really do it. But now it's become easier because it could be more heavy handed with the whole situation. You understand what I'm saying? Now we got to do damage control. Those of us that are kind of responsible, we got to do damage control and try to fix what a handful of people have broken. All right. Now, and to those that support the whole thing about the Capitol, I got to ask you this question. What did we gain from that? Seriously, what did we gain from that? I'm trying to figure it out because all that I see are guys getting locked up left and right. The guy that put his feet on Nancy Pelosi's desk, like I said on Twitter, when they catch that guy, it's a wrap. He's going to the penitentiary and he's locked up right now. They put his picture up, the FBI that is, because if you were in the Capitol and the FBI wants you, oh, they gonna get you. They put his picture up, and 12 hours later, he was in D.C. locked up. And he was in Arkansas at the time. His neighbors turned him in probably because most people aren't with this stuff. Okay, I put a video out. It got quite a few negative reactions, but it also got many more positive reactions. It had 80% likes and 20% dislikes. So people agree with what I said. Some don't agree, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, who agrees with what was done at the Capitol? When you zoom out and look at the entire world, when you look at the country, I mean, did corporate America agree with it? No. Did the government agree with it? No. Did social media agree with it? No. Did the mainstream media agree with it? No. Did regular normals agree with it? No. You don't really have much support. You don't have any allies. And it was all for naught because it didn't even accomplish anything. But you know what? I take that back. It accomplished something, all right. It set the movement back a lot. It ramped up censorship. It made guys lose their jobs. It made guys go to jail for nothing. And the same guys that ep it on talking about FAFO in 1776, when the person in Arkansas that put his feet on Pelosi's desk goes to the penitentiary, are you going to bail him out? Matter of fact, ain't gonna be no bail. You talking about Fed time. Anyway, are you gonna put money on his books? Are you gonna give his wife, his kids some money to help them out? Are you gonna do that? I don't think so. This is going back to the street stuff that I kind of grew up with. I've been saying from the very beginning, let's not go out there and do this. Let's do things the right way. People say, oh, you did not provide solutions. Yes, I did provide solutions. I said in my last video, hey, if you want to do things the right way, put people in power that are gonna champion your cause. People like Cenk Uygur from Young Turks did that. He has Justice Democrats. He is behind AOC financially. Also, Ilhan Omar, Pramila Jayapal, Cori Bush, Jamal Bowman, Ayanna Pressley. He's behind all of them financially, and their purpose is to subvert the left all the way far to the left. We could do the same thing on our side, trying to get the right wing back on the right track, pun intended. Now, if you want to go out there and just behave emotionally without any kind of brain power, no kind of thought, no kind of plan, no kind of, expectation, then you're going to get more of the same. You're going to get more setbacks, more federal penitentiary time, and you will have less results, less positive results, only negative results. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? Are you surprised that social media is reacting this way to not only President Trump, but to walk away and to anybody affiliated with Trump at all? If that's your viewpoint, let me know why in the comments below. Are you not surprised? Did you see it coming? Have you been hearing me talk about this for months? If that's your viewpoint, let me know why in the comments below. You guys pretty much know where I stand. I am not surprised. Anybody could have seen this coming. Social media has been hostile towards conservatives for quite a long time. And now, since the whole Capitol thing happened, with 5 people dead, it doesn't even matter the arguments talking about Antifa were involved. Maybe they were. Doesn't matter, because the problem is that too many of us are trying to champion it and trying to claim it and saying, yo, we did that. And if you are not down with it, then you're a coward. So it could have been totally Antifa and no Trump supporters involved in the melee, involved in the killing the people or the accidental killing the people or whatever. It's totally irrelevant because we're the ones claiming it, and we are the ones that are just putting batteries and backs to go out there and do the same thing. So now anybody that's affiliated with it, anybody that's a Trump supporter has got to wear that on their back when they don't want to, when they might just want to be a regular person and supporting a guy that represents freedom rather than going out here and doing useless crash test dummy missions. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.